Match of the night, the Unbreakables versus Never Say Hide. It was revealed that that match was for a golden opportunity where both men of the winning team would receive a championship shot. The Unbreakables won that match. It was announced that both guys would get a championship shot, one tonight, one next month.
Of course, let's cast our minds back 14 months ago when Warren Banks took on Roy Johnson. Sorry, I just saw Ken Nelson giving his props to his brother. When he took on Roy Johnson, and it was 2 elevated spears later, he walked out with the W. Will he be successful tonight and become a dual-wielding champion, Ollie?
He'd be our second ever dual crown champion.
Yeah, dual crown champion.
So yeah, Warren Banks knows he can beat Roy Johnson, but this is a different Roy Johnson. This is a different Roy Johnson we've seen kind of a year and a bit ago. The other thing I'm still curious about is you know, Ken Nelson has his shot next month.
Roy Johnson has fended off all newcomers and challengers since he took that belt a few months ago. And as you absolutely said, Ollie, he is a different Roy Johnson to the man that Warren Banks took on at our first Shattered Dreams in July of 2017. Both men have changed drastically. Roy Johnson, of course, has been a mainstay at Progress Wrestling for quite a long time now. Warren Banks has moved into Hope, our sister company, on their main event scene. Recently took on Kip Sabian and Chris Tyler for the Hope Championship. Came up short there, but a man possessed in that business, in that building, in that company, as much as he is here. Both men very different, both men looking for victory.
So you said they're both very different. I'd say they're very evenly matched. There's a lot of power inside that ring, equal height, equal reach. As I say, the only thing separating them right now is that Roy Johnson carries that belt, but Warren Banks carries a victory over the champ.
Maybe I should say very different paths to where they are now. You're absolutely right, both very big, strong men.
Collar and elbow type to start. Roy Johnson controlling the arm early on. You know, despite the fact that they have a little bit of history, there is no animosity between these two. There is, you know, potentially mutual respect there. But as I say, it has been a while since these two met inside a Sacrifice Pro ring.
Yep, and you'll notice there's no antics to begin this. They've gone straight for holds. They both have respect. They both aren't here to mess around. It's a serious thing for them. And neither one of them wants to waste any opportunity. They don't want to give any quarter. They know how important this is, and I think Johnson recognizes that. Johnson's played around with some of his opponents before, but here it seems to be all business.
Starting off with some shows, some technical displays. Hammer locks, side headlocks, arm bars. This is solid so far from both men. But you know what, it's up to what I mean. Looking at the two, I thought Roy Johnson and Warren Banks were matched evenly for height. I'm gonna give the height advantage to Warren Banks in this one. There's a good few inches there.
High advantage, but right now, not strength advantage. He's pushing again to get Johnson down. Third.
But you see the shoulder blocks ineffective.
I can dance too, I just don't want to.
Oh, push off. Drops down. Oh, jumping leg lariat from Warren Banks. One running hip attack. Running European uppercut.
Beautifully done. Pull him into the center, away from the ropes. 1, 2. Smart from Warren Banks, making sure he can't grab a rope if he's nearby.
This is the ring awareness from Warren Banks. I've got to be honest as well, I think Warren Banks has probably been doing this slightly longer than Roy Johnson. Roy Johnson's got that big match experience, of course, appearing for the E.
He has indeed appeared
in that. Going for the spear. He's going for that spear.
Calls it the bullet vehicle as well for good measure.
Just the 2 count. You know, Roy Johnson has held that title for a number of months now. He's looked very, very strong, taking on all comers.
As we said, it's a different world when you have Warren Banks in there. Not the first time he's challenged for the title either. And Roy Johnson firmly in the driver's seat. He needs to impose his game plan. He needs to show that superior bodybuilding strength he possesses.
And Roy Johnson now really getting into the driver's seat in this one.
So, of course, running back through the title history of Roy Johnson, originally beat Chaos Kai Payne for the belt, then took on the Blue Blood Spike Trevay.
Yep.
Then the second member of Brick Lane and Shogun Jay in a hard-hitting contest. And last but by no means least, the new leader of Brick Lane, Jay Garner.
In fact, if anything, Owen Charles is the only man that hasn't had a shot at Roy Johnson for the belt.
Of course, there was a lot of interference in the match with Garner and Johnson. It was not a decisive victory. It's not a clear winner, and it makes you wonder what could have happened if Kai, in his mentally deficient state at the time, and we still don't know his state right now. Maybe it would have been a different outcome, but nonetheless, we are here. So Roy Johnson dismantling Brick Lane.
Chops. Oh, docks the chop, and Roy Johnson avoids that ring punch, and there's a chop from Warren Banks.
I'm sick of getting chopped today.
We started off with a nice technical display. This one has really broken down into a slugfest. These two big bulls just butting horns.
Johnson trying to get the advantage.
He was trying to slam him onto the apron.
There he's got him up.
Face first onto the apron, and Teach for 10 points.
Hardest part of the ring.
10 points to Teach.
The only 10 points I'll ever receive. Johnson, not necessarily being nasty, but certainly vicious here, knows he has to...
Oh, wait, Teach, wait. You see what Roy Johnson sees. He's got him lined up. Sorry to cut you off. Round the ring. Drive-by dropkick as you were, my friend.
No, that's all right. He needs to show that viciousness. He needs to show that he's willing to go the extra mile without cheating in order to put someone of the caliber of Warren Banks away emphatically.
And ultimately, Roy Johnson knows exactly what he can throw at Warren Banks and what Warren Banks is going to kick out of. So he's got to find something else that he hasn't thrown at Warren Banks. As I say, you cast your mind back 12 months, Warren Banks kicked out of absolutely everything that Roy Johnson could throw at him.
Yeah, and then it took a spear running off the ropes, a sped-up bullet vehicle, just to get him the victory. And it was not an easy victory by any stretch of the imagination. And the question is, whenever we come to these rematches, we always say, who has learned more? Who has grown more? Who has fixed as many of their game errors as they had before?
Elbows from Banks. Oh, it did not see the forearm coming. But
didn't see that one either.
Neither did Johnson. and another one. Oh.
Push him off.
Oh, to the back of the neck.
And not waiting, game of backdrop.
Backdrop suplex from Johnson. One, two. Just a
Still
2 count. See, just sitting out the corner of my eye every single time Roy Johnson's going for a pin. I've just noticed how distressed Kent Nelson looks.
Oh, of course, it's your partner. It's your vested interest as well as an emotional interest. He wants to make sure his partner looks after himself.
Don't forget, next month, Kent Nelson has a shot.
Well, we've seen Warren Banks versus Kent Nelson. It was an incredible match. I'd love to see that again. If not,
put the title on the line. I think that could be a very different story. I'm not sure how strong the bond is between them.
Yeah, but if not, even if you put it with Johnson versus Nelson, it's still out of a contest.
Could possibly be the biggest test of Kent Nelson's career at this point, up against the likes of Roy Johnson. But as I say, it all depends. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
And we could all still be standing here, standing like statues. You just don't know.
Calling for the brainbuster. I think he telegraphed that a bit too much. Warren Banks heard it. He's like, nope, I do not need that brainbuster in my life.
Calling for it again. Tries to get him up.
Again.
Blocked again. Oh! Sorry, you're not a winner, Roy Johnson.
Corkscrew suplex. Wrenching the neck of Big Wavy.
And we have seen Warren Banks do that a few times lately. It's become a signature part of his moveset. Pull the equilibrium out from under them and get them ready for a jumping forearm.
I think here comes a second. Oh, but
went to the well too many times.
Yeah, Johnson got the boot up. Ducks it, turns him round. Oh! Big forearm. Spins him round.
Ripcord meter burner.
But he hasn't let go, TG. He hasn't let go.
That double wrist clasp, and he knows how important this is.
He's going to pull him in for a second. Oh, no, wait. Roy Johnson
grabbing him.
Ripcord of his own.
Picking him up.
Oh! Flapjack. Flapjack. And both guys now down on the mat.
Leaving it all on the line for the title.
Now the ref making the count, and this is where championship advantage comes in, Tej. If neither men can make their feet to the 10 count, Roy Johnson retains.
Both men exhausted here. Roy Johnson showing that superior conditioning, getting some nasty strikes in.
Warren Banks gets both feet up. Oh, I was going for another one of those for us. Oh, flatliner. Flatliner from Big Wavy.
1, 2.
Champ Champ retains, but no, Warren Banks kicking out.
And look at Kent Nelson fired up in the corner off to our right, off to our left, excuse me.
It's nice to see from Kent Nelson that he wants his brother to do well.
Of course. Can't be a good tag team if you don't want success from each other. Johnson looking for that.
Oh! Pounce!
Wow!
Pounce from Johnson.
Johnson just knocked him into next week.
But Warren Banks is not staying down. He is groggy, he is woozy.
Oh,
he's a little bit wavy.
Oh, Banks getting out of it.
Oh, ducks the forearm.
Oh, right to the back of the head. Gets him up.
Oh, pump handle backbreaker.
1, 2, 3.
Warren Banks again kicking out. Folks, he is called unbreakable for a damn reason, and right now you are seeing why Warren Banks is unbreakable. Roy Johnson is throwing everything he can at the challenger. And Warren Banks is kicking out with every fibre of his being right now.
That's what he's trained to do. He is a warrior through and through.
Phil Nelson hooked in. Sure, Kent can't be happy with that.
It might be a little bit of a psychological thing there. But Warren Banks knocking out Roy Johnson on his feet, getting him up.
Picks
onto
him up.
Shoulders.
Oh, DVD!
Beautiful DVD. 1, 2, 3.
The weakest kick out I think we've ever seen from Roy Johnson. Death Valley driver almost put the champ away.
We have never seen Roy Johnson this vulnerable in a sacrifice ring except when we faced Warren Banks last time. Just goes to show sometimes the right opportunity is for the right person. Of course, Warren Banks could be one bullet vehicle away from calling himself a dual crown champion in sacrifice.
He has him in his sights.
He's revving the engine.
Oh, what?
Bullet vehicle.
Oh! Spear from Roy Johnson. Took Warren Banks out of his boots.
Oh boy.
1, 2, 3.
Ken Nelson's going mad in the corner. So are we.
2 9/10.
I think Warren Banks' spear left his body when he got speared. Listen to this crowd!
Firing up for the Saints of Sacrifice tag champ. Are we about to see a new champ crown though? Is Warren Banks going to hold all the gold?
Well, right now, Johnson is in the driver's seat.
Ducks.
Gets out of the way.
Boots up.
Oh, jumping form.
Oh wait, hang on.
Wait. He's going up on his shoulders. Wavy
ending from Warren Banks. Is he going to beat Johnson with his own move? No! Just the 2.
This is insane.
This is turning into match of the year contender for sure.
And this crowd appreciates it. This is a borderline sold out crowd at Cedars Upper School. This is sacrifice.
And again, Warren Banks
revving the engine.
He's got his sights set on Johnson.
We could be a few seconds away from crowning a new champion. And Johnson is out on his feet almost.
He is big wavy right now.
He's going for a run through.
Oh, knee up. Knee to the face.
Go for it again, Johnson.
Code red! Code red! 1, 2, 3! Just the 2 again!
Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness! What is it gonna take to put either man away?
How is Banks alive after that?
He's been hit with a spear. He's been hit with a code red.
What else is it going to take? Johnson doesn't know what it's going to take. I don't know what it's going to take. And the crowd is getting more behind Banks every shot he takes. What is Johnson doing?
What's he?
He's asking for the belt.
He's grabbed his belt. What is it?
Oh no, come on. We're just getting into a match of the year caliber. Roy's just not going to do
Roy
anything.
Johnson has thrown everything he can, I think, out of frustration now. He's hitting with everything he's got. And Warren Banks is...
Oh,
yeah, that's right. Damn right. Wait, pick him up. 1, 2. Oh, 2 again. Roy Johnson took his...
Oh, he's going kick to the stomach, though.
So he took his focus off Warren Banks for 2 seconds.
Oh, taking off the pad. Knows it means business. Rolls through. Watch out.
Pop up. Oh! Pop up forearm without that protection.
On his feet.
Another pounce. Another pounce to Warren Banks.
Well, Banks has gone limp. The crowd fell behind Warren, but the champion straps her down.
I think we're going to see it. He's got him on his shoulder. The only thing he hasn't used.
Wavy ending.
Wavy ending from Roy Johnson. 1, 2.
Are you kidding me?
Warren Banks Banks out at 2. Warren Banks kicks out at 2.
Are you kidding me?
Cedars Upper School is coming unglued right now. But again, Lloyd Johnson eyeing up that belt. He's hit Warren Banks with his own finishing move, the spear.
He's hit with a wavy ending.
The code red.
Everything but the kitchen sink and that golden belt.
But the proverbial kitchen sink is that golden belt right there. And
not a way to end this.
Referee Niall, yeah, stepping in. Not allowing that to be used.
Oh, what's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, mark your calendars. The 7th of October, 2018. Warren Banks has become a dual champion.
I have said this for so long. 2018 is the year of Warren Banks. Nobody has worked harder. Nobody has run faster. And right now, Warren Banks is on top of Sacrifice Pro.
Ladies and gentlemen, I challenge you to find a man in this business who works harder, who performs better than Warren Banks. You deserve this, not even the moment.
What a moment in Sacrifice Pro history. The crowd around the ring. Match of the year, match of the company. And you can call him Warren Two Belts. He is a saint and he has shown that he is willing to give the ultimate sacrifice to be the ultimate sacrifice champion.
He's no longer a man like Banks, he is champ like Banks. He is not just all for one.
And
Let me tell you, he is one for all.
Embracing his family. Folks, we have just seen something very, very special indeed.
And the crowd chanting what we're all thinking, you deserve it.
Show of respect between Johnson and Banks. What a match and what a show from Sacrifice Pro.
I'm speechless.
Folks, I cannot believe we came in tonight not knowing the main event.
And what a wonderful thing for Warren Banks' family to see this. With Ken Nelson at their side, this is a moment that will stand the test of time.